You see my shirt? My shirt says kale. The first piece of advice I got when I came to TGS was come with no expectations. And I think that's the most important thing I've ever taken away from any of my travels, to be honest. Riding the subway, I feel just inordinately cool. Cool is not something you're supposed to feel on a subway. I mean, I grew up in a town that literally does not know the meaning of public transportation. And so riding the subway is kind of a sign of living in a city. It makes me excited. The pulse of a city, I think, is necessary to inspire that drive in you. And hearing it and seeing it and feeling it and being a part of it, and you see it in most of us when we arrive in a city location, is we're all out and about and excited. So when I came to TGS, I wasn't expecting to spend my time in a classroom, I guess. I mean, I was, which really is sort of the struggle at TGS, is figuring out how to balance the school and your travel, because you have to think about what you're trying to take from this experience. A lot of the time when you come to TGS, or even, I guess, when you're telling people about TGS, the first thing out of their mouths is, so do you go to school, or is it just like wandering around the city and being a tourist all the time? And before you get here, you're kind of confused about that, and then, I mean, within the first week, it sort of becomes a joke, because that's all part of the experience, I guess. The word I usually use to describe Athens would be grungy, loud, open. There's graffiti everywhere. Most of the buildings are white or tan or something light, so it really contrasts more than you would think. But I really love the contradiction. You look on the street and you see people trying to leave their mark on the world, and then you look up the mountain and you see the exact same thing, but from thousands of years before. So we're on a We Explore to the Peloponnese Peninsula, which is in the south of Greece. And today we're at Olympia, one of the oldest and most well-known sites in forever.
Yes, Jonah! Man, when we play...
It's super important to remember why you applied to TGS and to find it in very concrete words. And never ever forget it, because honestly, I wish when I had applied in grade 9 that I had written down what it was that I want to take out of it, these connections with people, knowledge about the world.
Tell me.
This island
It's an island.
it's got a town on it.
And sometimes we get lost, and you really can't consider that to be a waste of time. Be grateful for every moment you have and really appreciate it. And if you do that, I think you'll get the most from TGS you possibly can. And having the city to give you that background noise that keeps you going during the day and reminds you of why you're here and what you're doing and how different it is than what you came from. It's a good way to keep going.